Now on to episodes 4 through 6 of Grimm Season 5. We open with Nick and Adalind trying to get used to life with a baby in the house, and the baby is crying and won't stop. They call Rosalie to see if they could get her advice, only to very quickly realize that what the baby really likes is the phone. He's obsessed with the light. Nick makes a comment about, should we just get the baby his own phone? And Adalind's like, when he's in 2nd grade. And I'm like, why would you get a kid a phone in second? No. You can get your kids phones whenever you really want to, but honestly, I agree with what my parents did, where none of us kids were allowed phones until we were 16. Or until we were going out on our own a lot more than it was needed. And even then, I would 100% agree with people who say, let's not have kids having phones at all. But 2nd grade, that is way too young to have phones. But I'm like, hey, you do you guys. But that moment was just like, seriously? Why 2nd grade? What kid needs a phone in 2nd grade? Anyways, just a random thought. Episode 4 is dealing with this Maiden hunt, it's called. Basically, kind of like in the medieval days where you have the knights in shining armor coming and asking for a maiden's hand in marriage, and they have to go on a quest to go kill a dragon or something like that to win her heart. And so basically there are 3 guys who are sent on this mission to win this mafia boss's daughter's heart. Each of them has to go kill the man who killed the mob boss's son. And so the first one goes out, he's about to go kill him when he gets attacked by another Vessin and gets killed. And so the next one has to go out. Each of them are getting killed by this random Vessin who this man does not know why these guys are trying to come after him and why this random monster is protecting him. So basically the whole episode, Nick, who's back on duty again, is trying to investigate what's going on here, and he leads it back to this mafia boss, and you figure out the whole plot right when that man who had killed his son shows up at his house and tries to kill him before he can, send another guy to kill him. Only for then it to be revealed that the daughter was the one who was killing these men. The only question I have is, why is she protecting this man who killed her brother? I get it, maybe killing the hitman too, but kill the hitman and then immediately kill him too. He's not protected. Just kill him. Even at the end of the movie when she attacks him and she pins him down, she doesn't get to kill him before Nick shows up. But I'm like, would she have actually killed him there? For the whole episode, I'm like, why is she protecting this guy? Of course, I've watched this series multiple times. So I already knew who was behind it. I'm like, the whole time I was like, okay, why is she protecting this guy? He killed her brother. I get it. Kill the men who are trying to win her heart in a very sexist way. But in the same way, even that, honestly, I'm not going to go into that stuff right now. As someone who loves medieval stories and stuff like that, can we not just have fun stories with maiden quest and the knight in shining armor? Why can't we not have that? It's fun. Anyways, the point is, why doesn't she kill him? I don't know. But for some reason, she keeps saving his life and then killing these other guys. I get it. Maybe kill the other guys because they're not nice people, but in the same way, why is she not also killing him? And at the end when the father's this whole thing was a test for you. It's so you wanted her not to kill her brother's killer? I don't know. Anyways, but the episode ends with Trubel showing up at Nick's house. In the next episode, Nick takes Trubel, who's really hurt, to the hospital, and what he doesn't know is that the people who are working at the hospital is working for this same organization who makes that 4-claw mark symbol. We'll figure out later on what their name is, but for right now, we technically don't know the name, even though I do know the name of it already. But the point is that this group has a Grimm now in their custody, and so they're going to try to do something to her. But Meisner reaches out, and Adalind picks up the phone. And if you guys don't remember from season 2, Meisner was the one who saved Adalind, got her safely out of the royals' hands. He was the one who delivered Diana. He knows Adalind, and Adalind knows him, so she very quickly realizes, wait a minute, hold on, this is Meisner. And so she tells Nick, the person I was talking on the phone that you've been talking to is Meisner. Meanwhile, the main storyline in this episode is the Rat King. So basically, these 3 cat Vessin go and bully this one rat Vessin, only for them to then harm him too much that he actually dies, gets attacked by this creature off screen, and 2 of the bullies get killed and the other one manages to escape. You figure out that it's because there's a whole group of rats that all gang together to take down these cat Vessin. And you also figured out that the man they were bullying and actually killed was the prince, and now the Rat King is after them. Meanwhile, these people figured out that they have a Grimm, and it's actually really cool because it's the first time in the series, and really the only time in the series that we ever actually see a Grimm's eyes. And we have talked about it before, how Grimm's eyes are just complete dead black. And that's what we see a very close up, so we don't see Trubel's whole face, but we just see one of her eyes, full of blackness it is. And so the first time we ever get to actually see Grimm's eyes in the show, and it's season 5. I actually kind of like the fact that they don't really show the Grimm's eyes too much. And actually, kind of, there's a part of me that would have preferred if they didn't show it this one time too. There's something more mysterious about the fact that you never actually see it. And it's like, oh, so you don't get a really like far out view of it. You get a close up, so you only get to see the eyes, so you don't get to see what it looks like. But you can look up images online now, so show image right here, right? This is what it's supposed to look, what people say it probably looks like. But it is something cool about the idea that as viewers, we never actually get to see it, and we only have to imagine what it looks like when their eyes just go completely black. The point is, they now know that she's a Grimm, and they're going to go tear her apart. And so Meisner figures out about this and tells Nick, after he has to take down the Rat King, who's basically all these rat Wesen, when they come together, they became a bigger rat, and it's the Rat King. And so they take them down with a trap using electrical lines and zap them into pieces again. Meisner calls Nick and says, you need to go and save Trubel. And he's like, okay, great, I'll meet you there. And they both run and they save Trubel from the hospital. And it's the first time that Meisner is meeting Nick, and it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun fight scene too. And then the third episode in this video, episode 6, the group with the, again, I still can't flat out say their name because technically they haven't got a name yet, but the Clawmark group. They attack a bunch of shops and kidnap one of the store owners. And it's revealed that he's a Wesen, and all of the shops they attacked were all Wesen shops. Meanwhile, Trubel gets the chance to talk to Adalind more, and she asks Adalind the question of, okay, what do you think of Nick? Like, what's going on here? Like, you guys live together, like, what's the deal? This is the first time you see a little bit of the hints of, like, unsurety and also just unwilling to say stuff. And we'll talk about in the next episode when more stuff happens with that, but like a little bit of a spoiler for the rest of the season. But the first time I watched this series, I was not expecting like this, but not the best couple, but the second best couple in the whole series is Adalind and Nick. Like, they actually work really well together, and I would love to see in the sequel series that they're coming out with more of what they're like now they have adult kids and all. Again, once I'm done with the series, we can talk more about them. There's little hints of that starting up, and there might be more going on. Anyways, but what happens is Nick and the team go to arrest all the rioters who broke into these shops and kidnapped the one guy, only to realize it was an ambush for them the whole time, and that the man who was kidnapped, who was only faking having to escape, and he really had been let go so that he could have Monroe sent to them because they wanted to take down Monroe for being friends with the Grimm. And so they now have them all captured and they're going to kill them. The Grimm team gets stuck in a room and they're about to all get squashed to pieces when out of nowhere someone shows up and they kill all the guys there. And Nick comes out of the office to see that the person who had killed them is Juliet. Juliet is alive. And that's where we leave our episode. So that's it. That's these episodes. And in my next video, I'll talk about what's going on with Juliet. But yeah, Juliet, who was killed last season, is alive. Or is she? We'll talk about more of that in the next episode. So overall, I kind of like these episodes. There are some really great moments, and it's shaping up to be a really good season. So we'll see how the next episode goes. But until next time, thank you guys for watching. This has been the Movie Net Reviewer, Peter Wary, signing off.